Right now, while you're watching this, you are losing money. Not because you spent something. Not because you made a bad investment. Not because of anything you did. But because of something you're not doing. And the frustrating part? You probably already know what it is. You've heard it before, maybe many times. But knowing something and feeling the real cost of not doing it are completely different things. So today, we're going to make the cost visible in real numbers, not estimates, not approximations, real numbers. Because when you see exactly what an actual costs, not in theory, but in actual dollars, something changes. And that change is the beginning of everything. There are 3 ways you're losing money right now, and none of them feel like losing. That's what makes them so dangerous. The first one is inflation. Right now, every dollar sitting in your regular bank account is shrinking. Not dramatically, not overnight, but consistently, quietly, every single month. Here's how it works. Inflation averages roughly 3% per year. Your savings account pays roughly 0.5%. That's a gap of 2.5%. Every year, on every dollar you have sitting still. If you have $10,000 in a regular account, you're losing $250 a year in real value. Not because you spent it, because you left it where it wasn't working. $250 a year doesn't sound catastrophic, but over 10 years, that's $2,500 gone. Over 20 years, closer to $6,000 from one account, doing nothing. And most people have multiple accounts, all sitting still, all shrinking, all quietly erasing wealth, while their owners feel responsible for saving. Let's go deeper. 2 people. Both have $20,000 saved. Person A leaves it in a savings account. 0.5% interest. Person B moves it into a simple index fund. 8% average annual return. After 10 years, Person A has $21,023. Person B has $43,178. Same starting amount. Same 10 years. $22,155 difference. From one decision, where to put the money. Now stretch that to 20 years. Person A, $22,103. Person B, $93,219. A $71,116 difference from the same $20,000, the same starting point. The only variable was motion. Person A's money stood still. Person B's money moved. And moving money, even slowly, even imperfectly, always beats still money. Because still money loses. Moving money builds. Now here's the first objection. I keep my money in the bank because it's safe. I don't want to risk losing it. At least in a savings account, I know exactly what I have. And safety feels important, especially when everything else feels uncertain. But here's what safe actually means when it comes to money. Safe from market fluctuations? Yes. Safe from losing value over time? No, because inflation doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't pause because you're cautious. Doesn't stop because you prefer stability. It just keeps running. Every year. Quietly taking a percentage of your purchasing power. So the question is not, is my money safe? The question is, safe from what? Safe from a market dip that might be temporary, or safe from inflation that is guaranteed, because you're choosing one risk or the other. There is no risk-free option. Only different kinds of risk, and the risk of doing nothing is the only one that's guaranteed to cost you. The second way you're losing money right now is smaller, more personal, but just as consistent. Subscriptions. Not the ones you use, the ones you forgot about. Studies show the average person pays for 12 subscriptions per month and underestimates that number by half. They think they have 6. They actually have 12. Some of them cost $5 a month, some $15, some $20. Small numbers, easy to ignore, hard to add up. But let's add them up. If you're paying for just 4 subscriptions you don't use, at an average of $12 each, that's $48 a month, $576 a year. Not spent on something you enjoy, spent on something you forgot existed. Over 5 years, that's $2,880. Gone. Not to a bad decision, to no decision, to the default, to the thing that keeps charging because you never stopped it. And $2,880 invested at 8% over 5 years becomes $4,235. So the real cost of those forgotten subscriptions is not $2,880. It's $4,235. And growing. Now objection number 2. It's just a few dollars. I have bigger financial problems to focus on. Canceling subscriptions won't make me rich. And you're right. Canceling subscriptions won't make you rich. But here's what it will do. It will show you something important. About your defaults. About your automatic spending. About the money that leaves your account without a decision being made. Because the subscriptions aren't the real problem. The pattern is. The pattern of spending on autopilot, of paying for things without reviewing them, of letting defaults run your financial life. And the person who can't cancel a $5 subscription they don't use is the same person who can't redirect $50 toward building wealth. Not because they can't afford it, because they're not paying attention. And attention is the first step to a system. The third way you're losing money is the most invisible, the most expensive, and the one almost nobody talks about. Opportunity cost. Every time you spend $100 on something, you're not just spending $100. You're spending everything that $100 could have become. Let's make this real. You buy something for $100 today. At age 25, that $100 invested at 8% annual return by age 65 would have been $2,172. You didn't just spend $100. You spent $2,172. You just won't feel it for 40 years. Now multiply that. Every unnecessary purchase you make in your 20s, every impulse buy, every "it's just $50" moment, has a hidden price tag, one that compounds over decades. Most people see the price on the tag: $50, $100, $200. They don't see the future value, the compounded cost, the wealth that never got built, because the money went somewhere else first. Last objection. I can't calculate opportunity cost for every purchase. That sounds exhausting. You can't live your life like that. And you're absolutely right. You can't. And you shouldn't. Nobody is saying calculate the 40-year value of every coffee. That's not the point. The point is this. Most people have a category of spending that is neither necessary nor truly enjoyable. It's habitual, automatic, default. Food ordered because planning is hard. Things bought because an ad appeared. Upgrades made because everyone else was upgrading. That category is where the opportunity cost lives. Not in the coffee you genuinely enjoy. In the spending that happens without a real decision. Identify that category, reduce it by 20%, and redirect that 20% towards something that builds. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to sacrifice everything. Just redirect the spending that wasn't a real choice anyway. 3 steps. Practical. Immediate. Step 1. Move your savings. If you have money sitting in a regular savings account, move it somewhere it can earn more. A high-yield savings account, a simple index fund, anything with a return above inflation. The goal is not perfection. The goal is motion. Make your money move. Step 2. Audit your subscriptions. Today, not tomorrow. Open your bank statement. Go back 3 months. Find every recurring charge. For each one, ask one question. Did I use this in the last 30 days? If no, cancel it today. Not eventually. Today. Step 3. Find your default spending category, the purchases that happen without real decisions. Track your spending for 2 weeks. Look for patterns. Find the category where money disappears without satisfaction. Reduce it by 20%, and redirect that 20% somewhere intentional. 3 steps. None of them complicated. All of them starting today. Because every day you wait, the leaks keep running. Here's the truth. You're not losing money because you're careless. You're losing it because the default system is designed to take it. Slowly. Quietly, without you noticing. Inflation takes a percentage every year. Forgotten subscriptions take a little more. Unconsidered purchases take the rest. And together, they add up to a future that never got built. The fix is not dramatic. It's not a sacrifice. It's just attention, directed at the right places. For long enough to change the defaults. And when the defaults change, the leaks stop. And the money that was quietly leaving starts quietly building. That's how wealth starts. Not with a big decision. With the decision to stop losing what you already have. The system is simple. Stop the leaks. Start building. The decision is yours.